every day I'm hustling.
So, okay, guys, the story starts in 2014. The location is Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And
Give us some
I'm
background.
34 years old. I'm a single mother at the time, 5 kids, just moved from Killeen, Texas, and I was escaping a DV situation with my baby daddy.
Okay.
So I tricked him to leave town, and I moved to Houston.
Okay.
Now, at the time, I was celibate and single, like I am now. But I was younger and not yet healed. So, of course, I thought I was bored. I had 2 jobs at the time. One working at a final expense life insurance company, getting leads for the brokers so that they can help our older generation get covered by life insurance. And the other job was at Texas Home Health, doing home health. I was making money. Life was good. I had no problems. But there was only one thing. I was bored and lonely.
Had no man.
2 ingredients for disaster.
I know that's right.
Okay. I haven't
Ladies, she putting y'all up on game because y'all be going out here and y'all be just letting everybody have it. You know what I'm saying? Or not everybody, but let the wrong person have it and you end up messing up. You know what I'm saying? What she say? Bored? I like that. Bored. And what else is the other one?
long time, y'all, so I'm a little sensitive. But here we go. It was a Friday afternoon. I had just got off from my first job, headed to my second job. But at the time, I had just gotten out the streets, y'all. And my past, I'm not ashamed of my past. It's documented. I can't do nothing about it. I have some regrets about the decisions I made, but I can't do nothing. So I'm definitely not ashamed, okay? Definitely not ashamed. So at the time, I did not have a bank account for several reasons. So I had to go to the liquor store and the gas station to cash my check. So I'm in the store. It's kind of crowded. It's like, you know what I'm saying, right behind Sharpstown Mall. So it's kind of crowded. And I'm standing in line, and this guy walks in, right? Not my kind of type. Not my type, because I have like a type. But
Not her
his
cup of
eyes
tea?
caught me.
Okay.
He had the most beautifulest green eyes I've ever seen in my life. And he's like a little lighter than me. Haitian.
Okay.
Remember that. And when I saw him, I was attracted. He gets behind me in line, and he doesn't say anything. He's just standing there. He's talking to everybody in the store, though. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah, he popular. I don't want him. But I didn't know at the time that he was...
Some girls like that, though. Like the popularity. Some girls don't. I see.
Was, like, famous. Like, kind of famous. Or he wasn't famous at the time, but he used to be famous. Like, platinum selling artist type famous. I won't say who he is because I want to protect his identity.
Platinum
and
artist with
stuff
green
like that.
eyes.
And he doesn't know that I'm telling the story. And he's no longer in jail, so we're just not going to say who he is. So we're going to give him a name. So we're going to call him Green Eyes, so we know who we're talking about, right? So Green Eyes comes in the store. He's standing behind me. He doesn't say anything. I finish my business, and as I'm walking out,
Haitian, she
he
said?
grabs my hand and puts a card in it, right? And he says to me, call me later. Of course, I was like, oh my God. Like,
Damn, that's how we doing it nowadays? Just place the card, call me later. Uh-oh. She said Haitian male artist really recognized. However, the results possibly... He don't got no green eyes. Let me look at the...
because normally in Texas, guys don't approach you. So I knew he couldn't be from Texas.
Guys don't
so
approach
I was
you
intrigued.
in Texas?
So later that night, I gave him a call. Wait. Okay, so where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. He gave me the number. I called him that night. He didn't answer the phone, right? So I'm mad. I'm like, damn, what happened? I thought he was feeling me. So the next morning, I'm at work. I just got there. It's about like 9:30. He calls my phone. He's like, where you at? Where you at? I'm like, at work? Like normal people during the day? And he like, last night, I know, I'm sorry I didn't get to see you last night, but I had to go out. I went to the strip club with my homeboy, and the security guards beat my ass.
Oh,
I need you. I need you. Where you at? Now, to any female with sense, this would have been a red flag. But of course, me, naive old me, looking for love me, pick Misha me, was like, oh, of course, I have medical training. Let me come and save the day. So, child, I come up. Really, to be honest, the me now would have never went. The me then came up with some kind of excuse, grabbed my purse, jumped in the car, and ran over there. He literally lived, like, the building I worked in, it's like you come out, it's a stop sign, you make a right, and his apartment's like right there. It covers the whole block. So 2 minutes, I was there. I didn't even stop to take a sniff test or nothing. I ran over there, you feel me? Because I was like a little eager. I ain't going to call it thirsty. I'm going to call it eager.
okay.
Now, of course, when I get over there, he's in bad shape. Like, you literally could tell, like, they did him dirty. Like, he could barely walk. His arm looked like it was sprung or out of place or something, dislocated.
Damn.
And he was, like, face
Beater.
looking bad. He looked bad, right? So I felt sorry for him, of course. And I'm like, I help him get in the shower, get him some pain pills so that he could move around. And I don't know, we spent the whole day together. And I was like, when I was leaving, I'm like, I'm in love. My man. Right? So I'm on cloud 9 now, child. I'm like, okay, met me a little boo. You know what I'm saying? It's us, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Okay.
And I'm telling my sister, oh no, he a nice guy. I like him. I'm going to give him a chance. So next day I go to work. It's like 10:30. He's texting me, what you doing? Where you at? When you leave? Why you leave? I'm like, I'm at work. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work and I can't leave today. And he like, okay, well, cool. When you get off, I want you to come over. Come over tonight when you get off.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm excited. So, child, breezed through that day. Got off, went home, took a shower, got dressed, got cute. I think I put on makeup, lashes, everything. I was ready. Like, I was ready. Okay? So, I go over there, and it's, like, loud. He got the door open. He's standing all in the door with no shirt on.
Oh,
And I'm
shit.
like, what's going on over here?
So seductive.
Is this a party?
Party.
Mind you, his house was like the party house, but we gonna get to that part too. So I'm like, what's going on? So I come up the stairs and I see women everywhere. It had to be like 4 or 5 women in that house. I ain't gonna lie. In different modes of undress, laying around, under the cover, on the sofa,
shit.
on the floor. One girl was in my man kitchen cooking. Now I know
Oh,
we just met, but that was my man. You in my man kitchen cooking? That is my spot. That is my job. So I'm mad, right? So I'm like, oh. So I walk in, you know, as a Capricorn, I'm going to make my presence known. But I ain't going to lie. That fire in the pit of my stomach was firing. So I say, can I speak to you in the room? And so we go in the room. It's another girl in the room in the bed sleep.
Oh, shit.
I say, can we speak privately? He said, no. Oh, anything you need to say, you could say while she in here. Okay, y'all, so we in the room, right? Old girl in the bed sleep. I don't know if she sleep, but the cover over her head, as she should. As she should. Be quiet and lay in that bed and act like you're not here. Okay? So now I'm mad. So I'm like, I need to talk. Because I'm about to talk about this hoe and she in the bed. So you want me to talk about her in front of her? Okay, cool. So I say, who is all these? Yeah, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm sorry, because TikTok, I'm sorry. I'm like, who is all these? in here.
All these
He like, oh,
beats.
these my friends. These my friends.
Stop the cap.
I have a bunch of friends. I hope that's not a problem. Problem? Of course it's a problem. I am territorial. I don't like to share. I don't like to share. So, but of course, I didn't want to upset him either at that point because we just met, remember? And I like him, remember? So I'm like, it's not a problem, but I'll see you tomorrow, right? Now, I have a beer in my hand. I have a beer in my hand. So I'm getting ready, a Budweiser bottle. I'm getting ready to walk out the door. We done already squashed it. I'm going to let him have fun and come back tomorrow. And we're going to address it then. But as I'm walking out the door, the little girl in the kitchen finds somewhere in her heart, spirit, soul, and mind
To come up to her?
tell me something.
What she tell you?
So she goes, oh, I see you're not going to be here long because Green Eyes have a lot of women.
Ooh, it sound like it too. It sound like he got a lot of motherfucking hoes. No kizzy, no cow.
I almost climbed across the counter to wring her neck.
Oh shit.
But
She didn't do
no.
nothing. She didn't do nothing.
I'm going to be a lady. So I turned and walked towards the door, and he started popping it. I don't know if he was showing off. Well, now I know. I guess he was like trying to put his pimp hand down or whatever. Now I know that. I didn't know that at the time. At the time, I thought he was showing off. But he was like, yeah, because if you got a problem, it ain't going to work. Go and get up out my house. And he is very erratic. I learned that later, too. So now I'm mad.
Who is the guy?
Now I'm ready to fight. I don't care. Y'all gonna have to jump me in here. So he come around the couch. He up on me now. And he like nudging me out the door. Trying to get me out the door. You know what I'm saying? And I done been big and I done been little. But the one thing I have always been is strong. So he was struggling. And they laughing and they giggling. They can't believe it. So I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I walk out the door. I walk down the stairs. Soon as I get to the bottom of the stairs, he said, yeah, bitch. Don't come back over here no more. I turn and look up at him, and I look at my hand, and I see that bottle, and I just hums it at his head.
Damn.
Hits him in the back of the head and knocks him in the house. I get in the car. I'm so mad and upset. I'm like, I cannot believe he played me like that. Like, for real? After what we had the night before, I can't believe he did that. So I dry my eyes, go home, try to get over it. The next day I go to work. He texts me like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's my homegirls from Dallas. They was in town. I let them stay over here. Lies, lies, and more lies. I let them stay over here for the night on their way home. I need to see you. I need to see you, baby. I'm so sorry. So me being the fool that I was, I go back over there. I go over there. We have a great night. He cooks dinner. We talk about all kind of stuff. He tells me that he's fighting an addiction. Red flag number 2. And he just needs somebody to love him up out of it. But of course, me being a Captain Save-A-Ho and wanting love so bad, I believe I was so desperate for love, I wanted to try to help him. Right? So, time go on, right? It's crazy. It's a roller coaster ride. First of all, he's a Taurus. I'm a Capricorn. And I firmly believe that Taurus are the Geminis of the earth signs. All over the place, okay?
Taurus are the Geminis of the earth sign. What does that mean? Taurus is, I got a homie who a Taurus. He cool. But Geminis, y'all be mean, boy.
But not. It's weird. Like they're introverted extroverts to me. But so time go on. It's still women coming around. Now I'm getting upset because now I want him for me and only me. Okay, y'all. So at that point, it had been like a couple of months. He had them been taking me through there. I ain't gonna lie.
He had what now?
But the Smex was amazing.
Ooh.
And he was manipulating me with that. He was using that to manipulate me. I can't lie. And at that point, I really just wanted a monogamous relationship with him. I was tired of the females. I was tired of the games, all the playing, right? So one day, out of the blue, I go to this random grocery store. It's like a Spanish grocery store with mostly like stuff from Mexico City and Spain and international foods. International foods that you can't find at the regular grocery store, right? So I go in there to get some hot sausage because I'm from New Orleans. And they're the only people that carry Patton's hot sausage and smoked sausage. So, and D&D smoked sausage. So I go there to get my fix. So one day, it was a Sunday, I think it was. I go in the store, I get what I have to get, and I'm walking up. And you got to be careful because now I pray in my head. I don't even pray out loud. Because sometimes when you pray out loud, God answers prayers, but the devil be listening too. The devil be listening too. So you really have to be careful, and you have to know what you want, and you have to know what's good for you. You got to pray to God for discernment. You feel me? So I'm going up to the front of the store, and there's this beautiful black woman. She's a little lighter than me. She's dark. She's caramel. I'll give her like a caramel color, right? She's standing in the 15 items or less line with a long fur coat. Her hair is pressed straight. You could tell it was her hair too. She looked good. So it's like I'm drawn to her. Like I can't even go to another line. I couldn't even control it. My body goes in and I get in line behind her for some reason. So I'm standing there. She has these 2 little oil bottles on the conveyor belt. The young lady rings her up and she pulls out her American Express card and pays for the oils, right? Now, when she pulls out the card, it's a big ass rock on her finger. Like, I've never seen a diamond like that in real life. You know what I mean? You could tell she had red bottoms on. You could tell she did not belong over there.
Ballin'.
So jokingly, I say, damn, what you have to do to get a ring like that? So she turns and looks at me and laughs to herself. And she said, you can have one too. And I'm like, I can? She said, you want one? Would you like a ring like this? You want love? She said, yeah, I'm getting married. And my fiance, I forgot. He was like he did something in finances, girl. You could tell he was rich and you could tell he probably was that, right? She says, I'm going to show you something, but it's at your own risk.
Uh-oh.
And she said, don't do it unless you really, really want it. She hands me the 2 bottles and I read them. One says, come to me. And the other one said, make him do what I want. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, tell me more. I need to know what can I do? So she proceeds to give me the instructions. She was like, okay, so on the nights that you see him, you take a bath. After you take a bath, you rub yourself down in these oils. She said they're right there, back there by the Santeria candles. And it's all kind of money oils, it's all kind of oils. But these are the 2 you want. But she says, right before y'all are about to be intimate, make sure you rub yourself down. And during the act, manifest what you want. If you want him, if you want marriage, if you want money from him, whatever you want, manifest it while you're doing the act.
Oh, wow.
And trust me, you'll get what you want.
Ooh.
Now, I was born in New Orleans, and my family is from New Orleans, so I'm a little familiar with, rituals and spells and stuff like that. So I didn't think none of it. I'm like, girl, give it here. I'm going to get it right now. I ran down that aisle, and got those 2 oils, right? So I pay for my oils, and at this point, I am extremely excited. Like, in my delusion, I low-key genuinely thought that God was answering my prayers. Like, I was like, oh, yes, like, this is my soulmate. God must really want us to be together. Why would he put this lady here out of nowhere? Why would I go to that store? All this has to be meant to be, right? So I text him on the way home, like, I need to see you tonight. I need to see you. I miss you, baby. I need to see you. I got to see you. I had my oils and I was ready to get to work, honey. I was ready to get to work. So I go home, I take a bath, I follow the instructions to a T. To make sure everything worked, I rubbed down after the bath, but when I got to his house, I rubbed again. Behind my ears, my wrists, and in between my knees. Just, I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to make sure it worked. So I get ready, I go to his house. Everything's going fine. My heart's about to jump out of my chest. I know what I'm about to do. I think I'm prepared.
About to go down.
But low-key, I really wasn't. I had no clue what I was about to step into.
Uh-oh.
So we do our thing, and the whole time I'm in my head.
Manifesting.
Him being my man. Manifesting the girls. Him getting rid of the girls.
Disappear.
Manifesting us being happy in a relationship. Immediately after the first time I used the oils, he started talking about how much he cared for me, you know, how much he wanted to be with me, how he didn't really want to be with them other girls. He was getting money from them.
Stop the cap.
And me only hearing that he wanted to be with me, I wasn't listening to exactly what he was saying. I wasn't picking up what he was putting down at all. Low key.
Oh.
So remember I said
So he just wanted to pimp her or something? Hold up.
At the party house, right?
Right.
He had the apartment that all the dudes in the apartment used to come hang at. They used to have girls, strippers, all kind of stuff.
Okay.
He kept alcohol and he loved to cook.
Okay.
Or provide food. He really was a sweet guy. He would feed the whole complex. I can't lie about that. I would go over there and cook and we'll feed everybody. But I started noticing it was less and less females. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, this shit working. I'm going to keep doing it. I thought this was the best thing since sliced bread. I started telling other girls, like, girl, if you want your man to act right, if you want your man, girl, you got to go get these oils.
Ooh.
But then I started noticing other changes as well.
Uh-oh.
He became obsessive.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
He began to be violent. I couldn't go nowhere without him. Now, nobody told me that once he got rid of these women...
Yo, this is exactly how it happened in that other story. He got obsessive, he got violent, and he shot her. That's exactly how... Y'all better be careful.
That he would not have any money anymore because that's where he was getting his money.
The girls.
Right?
Right.
And one thing about an earth sign, we love some money, child. We gonna get some money. So now he started talking to me about money. Now remember, I had the 2 jobs, but I also had a few sugar daddies. I was a sugar baby queen. I had a sugar baby channel on YouTube. I could get money out of
I thought he was a pimp or something. So he ain't no pimp. He just got the strip. He just like a party guy, I guess.
anybody.
Wait, did he say he was a pimp? I forgot.
So one day he comes up with a suggestion of posting an ad. And if you know, you know. I don't have to go deep into it.
Oh.
Hello, motherfucker.
Okay.
But he suggested posting an ad so that we could make some money. Originally, I said no. I had my sugar daddies. I had my jobs. I ain't had nothing to worry about. And he kept pursuing it. And I would like to say that this is karma and it has nothing to do with him. But I ended up losing both of my jobs. So at this point, The devil had gave me all that I thought I wanted. But now he was coming to collect what he wanted. It was time to pay the piper. And baby, I did not know that I had kicked off a 10-year cycle
10?
of payment.
Oh, wow.
After I lost my truck, I couldn't afford to get back and forth to work. So that's when the jobs went. After the jobs came the eviction notice.
Ooh.
And I know y'all saying, well, cool. You could have just moved with him, right? That's your man, right? But here comes the setup. He receives a letter from his office stating that he was keeping up too much ruckus. The older people in the apartment complex was complaining about the parties and the loud music and the people hanging outside, and they were evicting him as well.
Damn.
So now we both getting kicked out and we ain't got nowhere to go. Now it's life or death. Now it's fight or flight. Now it's struggle love. So desperate for something to do or somewhere to go, we end up in a hotel. And that hotel in Houston changed my life forever. Trying to find the money to pay for the room every day, get the kids back and forth, feed them, and everything else was becoming impossible. So after a little poking and prodding, I agreed to post the ad. Thinking nothing of it, like, oh, I'll just do this until I could get somewhere to go and get my kids back together and then get me a car and get back to work. This was not supposed to be a lifelong, long-term thing. This was supposed to be just a get rich quick scheme. Little did I know I was digging a deeper and deeper hole for myself. So, we get in the hotel. He's selling rugs, and I'm selling other stuff. And we're making money, but now it's getting exciting. I'm the trap queen. I'm loving it. I'm like, oh, we got money. He jumping out of cars. We still going back to the old apartments. You know what I'm saying? Turning up, partying with everybody. This low-key seems like the life. I'm like, oh, yeah. This is what I want to do. Goofy. Now, in the meantime, to keep up with his rug habit and to be able to stay up to do whatever he was asking me to do and eventually forcing me to do, I became addicted to rugs as well. Meanwhile, my poor baby's watching this man put his hands on me, watching this man force me to do things in traffic that I didn't want to do, and they were fed up. The school nurse became concerned when my child came to school one day without a jacket on. It was cold outside. And I was so busy in the street that I wasn't able to pay attention to whether or not he had a coat on when he went to school or not. I was wrapped up. The devil had me in a blender. So authorities was called, right? Me being in a rugged out haze, instead of working with those people, I avoided those people. And that was the worst thing I could do. Because they ended up doing like an emergency hearing and picking my kids up.
You know what this story just reminds me of? Forget the voodoo and all of that. This just goes to show you that one person can change the trajectory of your life. And I think it's very important to watch what the company you keep and who you decide to, have interactions with throughout life. You know what I mean? That's why I'm real picky, bro. I'm not just picky with the hoes, y'all, with the girls, with the females. I'm not. I'm picky with everything.
I never imagined something like this was going to happen to me ever. Like, I'm the best mom ever. I consider myself to be the best mom ever. Okay? But I believe that the karma from using black magic on a person was that I had to lose something. I had to sacrifice something, whether I knew it or not, and that was my kids. Mind you, this is after this man had went to jail. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that, but if I can't, I'll bleep it out.
You can say jail.
I'll edit and bleep it out. But for trying to hold me over a balcony and see if I can fly.
Oh my God.
Right? But I was so in love, I thought. The spell was
That's not
working on
love,
me too.
boy. Yeah, I know.
So I had his back. I
Exactly.
was trying to stand by my man, honey. Even after all of that. So all of these things occurring caused me to be not living with my kids for 8 years.
Oh, no.
8 years of fighting. 8 years of therapy. 8 years of rehab. 8 years of pulling myself together from one spell.
Damn.
Okay, guys. So, yeah, like I was saying, by this point, the kids are gone. He's detained by the state of Texas, and I'm all alone. I had nowhere to go, no money. And to be honest, my mind was so brainwashed and messed up, I didn't even know what else to do but to continue doing what he had me doing in order to try to get somewhere to stay. This was in, I think, like January of 2015. And at that point, it was like I couldn't figure anything out. My head was so messed up that I was lost. February rolled around and I received my tax return and I moved back to Killeen. That was the plan all along. To get my taxes, move the kids to Killeen, and we were going to be okay. But it didn't happen that way. It wasn't supposed to. That time at that house in Killeen was the hardest time of my life. I was depressed. I had PTSD. I couldn't even leave the house. The guilt was eating me up. I couldn't take it. So I sold everything I had and moved back to Houston. I needed to get back to the city. I needed to get back to the people I knew. Once I got there, I joined a research study that had paid me a lump sum of money. And after realizing that self-medicating and going back to the world that got me to where I was not the right idea, me, my sister, and her kids moved back to Killeen for a short period of time. In 2018, when my kids graduated high school, we moved to Austin because that's where the money was at, baby. I had to get to the money. And the money wasn't in Killeen. So we ended up going to Austin, and I loved it there immediately. I was able to get help with my mental health, kick the pills, get my shit together. But I was still living in a hotel. I still hadn't found a place to stay, and I needed that to get my kids back. Thoughts started creeping back in on how fast money come and this, that, and the other. And I was tempted to go back to the lifestyle that I was in before. And one thing about God, He gonna give you enough rope to hang yourself. But even when we mess up, He always fixes it.
Amen.
So one day I was walking to the store with my sister, right? And this man pulls up. It was so awkward because he was with long hair, no shirt on, right? And he's like, "Where y'all going?" And we're like, "Why?" So he says to me, "Hey, you, come here for a sec." And I don't know why I went. I don't. Because everything in me was saying, don't go. Even my sister was like, "Hey, don't walk up to that man's truck." But my legs kept moving. I got in the truck. And now I know that it was none but God. I got in the truck and he started asking me questions. And I agreed. We made an agreement. I don't know why I did it. Because I wasn't even doing that. That wasn't even the whole point. You feel me? But something made me agree. soon as the agreement was made, a coworker in uniform walks up, opens the door, pulls me out, puts handcuffs on me, and puts me in the back of his car.
Mm-hmm.
They take me down to the big house, child.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for 3 days. The third day, they take us in front of this magistrate judge. It was a black lady, and it was like 14 women that were there with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so the lady says to us, okay, ladies, I know y'all don't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all probably doing things that you don't want to do.
Right.
But I'm here to help you. I'm going to put y'all in a program. If you stay the entire year and graduate out of the program, we're going to, in the meantime, get you help. And when you graduate, we'll get you an apartment and we'll pay the rent for a whole year.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you finish the program, we'll take this off your record as if it never happened. When I tell you God is
That's
good.
what's up, man.
God is good, child. Whatever the devil means for bad, God always means for good. I want y'all to know that.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
Whatever
Amen.
the devil means for bad, God means for good. Honey, I got in that program. I did everything I was supposed to do. I finally got my kids back.
Yes.
I'm making decent money.
Nice.
That part of my life is over with. But the whole point of this story,
Mm-hmm.
and I thank you for staying this long and listening, is that you do not have to trick a man into loving you. You do not have to use magic to have a man love you. The person for you is going to love you for you. But first of all, and most importantly, you have to love yourself first. Now, I thank y'all for listening.
That was a... Hey. I love a story with a happy ending, y'all. That was an excellent story. I'm glad she got her kids back. Shout out to that judge, man. You know what I'm saying? For actually caring about these women so they can get their life back on track and not just throwing them in jail. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the judge and shout out to her, most importantly, for wanting to get her life together, because you got to want to do it first, right? So shout out to her, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, yeah, this all started from some goddamn voodoo, huh? Some goddamn, what is it? Oils. Holy. But yeah, this was a good story, y'all. If I had something else to say, I done forgot. But make sure y'all follow both Storytime channels, We Still Hustle Daily and also Still Hustle Daily. Okay. I love y'all, appreciate y'all for everything. Shout out to the Hustle Nation, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right. Peace.